guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back to another Creatism video. Today I am creating the Gilmore Girls, and yes, I do know that this has been done before many times. I've also seen many builds of the house that they live in, and this is like not an original idea at all, but I wanted to make a let's play with the Gilmore Girls, which I also know that has been done before, but I want to give it a bit of a spin and include parenthood in it, because I have recently gotten, like yesterday, I downloaded Parenthood. I bought Parenthood, and basically, I really like it, but I wanted to explore some more, and I recently put the SimC save into my game, and if you don't know what that is, a really big YouTuber, Lil Simsy, you probably know her if you're like if you watch more Sims videos, you probably do. She made a save file with all new townies and new community lots and stuff like that, like all renovated and new stuff and new crest all filled in, and one of the houses that she put in new crest was the Gilmore Girls, and I was like, hey, that's kind of fun. Like they have like a mother-daughter relationship. That's kind of what the show is about, in a sense. So I could explore parenthood with that. I just wanted to do some stuff on my own time. I was going to do it in my current household, but my current household save is just messing up, and the toddler stuff is not working, and I really want the toddler stuff, so I just kind of played with the Gilmore Girls for a bit, and I don't know. I had so much fun. I was kind of sad that I wasn't sharing it on my channel, which apparently that's the state I have gotten to at this point, that I really want to share stuff, which is good because it means I'm enjoying this. But I really wanted to make a let's play of it because I was just enjoying myself so much, but it felt kind of bad to just steal the entire SimC save and her Sims and her build and be like, hey, I'm doing a let's play, so I wanted to make my own Sim, so that's what we're doing today. And that seems like a fun, like, first video of the series, so let me know if you're excited about this and if you're going to watch, because I am really excited about it, and I always love exploring new game packs or expansion packs, and obviously, like, I'm not the first one to do this. People had early access, and also, like, it's been out for a little while, but I wanted to reward myself for doing some audition stuff, which is not done yet, which is why there's little videos on my channel, which I'm going to be talking about for a little bit right now, and then I'm just going to be talking about the Gilmore Girls because, oh my god, it's amazing. But anyway, if you're looking for the Hamilton video, because I do know a lot of you love my Hamilton series, I am not going to be making another one this week, which I also need to announce on Twitter right now, because if I forget, then everyone's going to be like, where's the Hamilton video? Because I'm going to be doing 2 a week, if you have noticed, but I'm really busy, and I don't want to spam my entire channel with just Hamilton videos. You know, there's a lot more stuff in The Sims that I really like builds videos and creative Sims like these, and other Let's Plays that I also don't want to neglect because my Hamilton series is so popular, and I also really love doing Hamilton videos, like, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to spam my entire channel, so I don't really have time to make another one this week, so I'm making this one instead, and then I'm continuing on Tuesday, so that's not even that far away, so I think you'll be fine. I'm getting kind of annoyed with how much I'm apologizing for not making enough videos. Like, some weeks it's fine, I have all the time in the world to make videos, and then some weeks I'm really busy, so I'm always like updating you guys on what is going on and trying to talk to you on Twitter and just update you on what is happening, but sometimes I just kind of forget in these busy weeks. So for example, in this week I had like 3 auditions, which is kind of a lot. When you need to rehearse, and like, I'm away for 3 days traveling to a different part of the country, which sounds like, if you're from America or something, that sounds really extreme, traveling to different parts of the country, but like, I live in the Netherlands, so like everything is like 2 hours away. So I don't know what I'm complaining about. But anyway, let's jump back to the Gilmore Girls for a second. First of all, I'm such a big fan of the TV show. It's like my favorite TV series of all time. It makes me so happy watching this. It's weird to say, but it kind of feels nostalgic for me, even though I did not grow up with the Gilmore Girls. Like, I barely watched it. I might have seen a couple of episodes on accident when I was younger because my mom was watching it or something, but I actually watched it quite recently. I mean like this year even. I don't know, when did I start watching the Gilmore Girls? I watched it in like a really short time, but I loved it. And I love that there's so many seasons of it. And if you haven't seen it yet, please do yourself a favor and go watch it. It feels nostalgic and it feels cozy somehow. It feels like I'm there. And I love to be there because they have such a good relationship, and their house is just so cozy, and I kind of want to join for movie night. You know what I mean? It sort of feels like a Christmas movie in a entire TV show. Like, it's always Christmas. That's what that show feels like to me, and it still has like the normal drama stuff happening, lots and lots of cute relationship stuff, but like really cute relationship stuff, and lots of it because there's like two main characters who are both single for the most time, or like in a new relationship, and I just love seeing that, and I'm just such a sucker for romance. So I don't know, it's not all about romance, it's mostly about like mother-daughter relationships, which is so cool because it's like multiple generations of mother-daughter relationship. I don't know if you heard that, but that was my nails on the table and it sounded kind of awful, so I'm hoping my microphone did not pick that up. I'm really hoping my microphone did not pick that up. I'm sorry if it did. Anyways, they're like multiple generations and very, very different relationship between mother and daughter, because this is not a spoiler, by the way, so if you haven't watched it, I'm not going to spoil anything. This is like very apparent from the first episode. Lorelai and her mother, Emily, they have like a really, really bad relationship, and they're not close at all. So it's kind of exploring that. But it's also exploring the relationship between Lorelai and her daughter, Rory, which I'm making this this creative too. I'm really sorry, by the way, because I cannot pronounce the English R. I also have trouble with the Dutch R, but the English R is horrible, and Rory is basically that in a word. It's just the R sound. It's like only the R sounds. So I have lots of trouble pronouncing your name, which is going to be fun in the Let's Play. Rory. No, I cannot say. I don't know if I'm saying it right. For me, I can't really hear myself, so it just feels like I'm making like a weird throat noise. I don't know, it just feels like I'm making like a weird noise and not really saying a word. Maybe it's just because I'm not used to it. Maybe I'm saying it fine. Maybe I'm saying it really weird. If you have like tips for me on that, let me know. I don't know. I guess speaking of advice, I am really bad at making real life people in The Sims. I don't know, I want to sound arrogant or something, but I feel like I'm pretty okay at making cartoon characters or like more abstract inspired Sims, so like making Disney characters or making Sims inspired by Olaf or something like that, like the snowman. That's like really abstract and you don't really expect anything, and you can't really, I don't know, making Sims with like weird stuff, big eyes, thin eyebrows, weird face shapes, I'm kind of okay with that, but making Sims look realistic, no, that's where I have a problem. So my goal for this was more having it be inspired and then sort of mixing in my own style of sim making. That's what I was going for, kind of. So this is Lorelai. She looks a lot younger than the Lorelai in the series, and this because of a couple of things. First of all, because the wrinkle lines they give you in The Sims are very obvious, and it makes the sim look really old, even though Lorelai isn't that old, especially in the beginning. So that's kind of a problem. I also have a skin overlay which smooths out the entire skin, which makes it look even more younger, and I prefer eyes that are lower on the face, so I always drag down the eyes as much as possible, which might not be the most realistic thing. I don't think I dragged her eyes down as much as possible just because I wanted to make it look more realistic, but I still dragged it down a little, and apparently that's a sign of being youthful. That makes a person look more youthful. At least that's what I read on the internet. And, you can always believe everything that's on the internet, so it must be true. Sarcasm. Anyway, I don't know. Never mind. Not important. Let's not start an entirely new conversation. So, she looks a lot younger, but I also wanted it to start way before the actual TV show started, because the TV show starts when Rory is in high school. So she's like 15 or something, probably, right? Yeah, she's probably like 15 or 16. I'm not sure when people go to high school. We go to sort of the equivalent of high school when we're 13, and we're there for a maximum of 6 years, depending on what level you're on. So it's different here, apparently. But I want to start this when Rory is a toddler, so that means that Lorelai is almost a teenager because she had Rory when she was really young. That's kind of the story in a sense. So it actually makes a lot of sense for her to look a lot younger. So that's the excuse I'm using for myself for basically messing up this sim. That's basically what I'm doing. And also, since we're doing the parenthood stuff, I also gave her the new aspiration. I didn't even know that there was a new aspiration, which I am so excited about. Obviously I did explore a little bit, but I did not see this yet because I haven't created a sim, and I'm so excited. That's really exciting for Game Pack. They have a new skill, a new aspiration, and the aspiration actually makes sense because a big happy family doesn't make sense for her because she only has one kid, so you can't even complete it because you need at least like 3 kids or something. So I don't know. I am just excited to see what the whole parenthood aspiration is about, and I feel like that's going to push us to explore more of the parenthood stuff, so that's cool. That's really exciting. Also, the same actress that portrays or whatever Lorelai in the series also has a role in Parenthood, which I'm pretty sure that's also a TV show that my mom has watched and I have watched a little bit of, and I might actually consider seeing that just because I love that actress so much. I cannot pronounce her name for the life of me, so don't ask me. But you probably know who I'm talking about. I'm going to look this up now because I am scared. Yeah, it is actually. That's the series I was thinking of. That's cool. That's what I'm realizing right now. That's actually interesting. Also, another thing that's really random, but that's actually really interesting, because I am Dutch, I have my origin partially in Dutch. So whenever I go to the game packs, expansion packs, stuff packs page on Origin, I see the names, like the picture is actually the Dutch one, and then underneath it has the English translation because I changed the settings, but the picture is still the Dutch one, so I can see all the Dutch titles, and sometimes they're like really bad. Should I talk about this? Should I like directly translate? Because Parenthood is fine because it's literally in Dutch, it's literally the direct translation of Parenthood, but sometimes it just doesn't make really a lot of sense. So let's go through that while we're waiting for this video to end, because it's a long video. I've never made this long of a creative sim before. That's cool. Let's see if we can find something. The Sims. Let's go to expansion packs. I'm hoping it works now. Yeah, it should show the Dutch title. Kind of curious. So, for example, get together is actually experience it together in Dutch. If like the direct translation of Dutch is experience it together. And it's not even that bad of a title. It actually sounds kind of good in Dutch. But it's just weird that it has a different title and I'm not used to it. So it's always weird seeing the Dutch title and then I kind of have to think about what it is, and I have to look at like the cover art for me to actually figure out which expansion pack it is. But let's find some different ones because I know there's bad ones out there. Okay, I take that back. They're not actually that bad. I looked through the entire page of game packs and stuff packs, but I guess the weird thing about it is that they call stuff, they actually call it accessories, which is a very similar word. You might even spell it the exact same way in English, but you pronounce it differently. It's accessoires, which is a very French way to pronounce that. Not really, but it's like closer to that than it is to English. But somehow, I don't know, that sounds really fancy, but Dutch is like a really weird, I don't know, it's something, it doesn't really match, so it's just weird to me. Just imagine saying cool kitchen accessories. I don't know, it's a very fancy word. Like stuff is just like short and catchy, and accessories is just very fancy, and I don't know, it looks really weird, and it might be just me being not used to it, but it looks really, really weird. Okay, so moving on to the next topic, let's talk a little bit about what I want to do for this Let's Play, because I'm really excited about it. So first of all, the main thing is kind of exploring the Parenthood pack, because, you know, that's new and I kind of want to do it, and I feel like that's going to be a lot of fun, because there's lots of stuff, there's new interactions, there's new stuff to do, like school projects and writing in diaries, and there's a parenting skill, there's the parenting aspiration, and then there's all the personality stuff for the children themselves, which is going to be a lot of fun to explore with Rory, because she is like the best person in the world, which, you know, that's fun, because then we can really work on her personality and what she stands for, and really get that up to the Rory Gilmore that we know from the series. Actually, it's even worse, my pronunciation for this, because I am also really bad at pronouncing Gilmore Girls, so it's going to be like Rory Gilmore, and I can't pronounce any of it. Great. Good start. And like I mentioned earlier, I want to start when Rory is still a toddler. So we're going to be exploring it all the way from her being a little tiny toddler to her being a teen, probably. Maybe even up to young adult, and seeing what all the personality stuff does for her. I am going to speed it up a little. I'm not going to keep her a toddler for a long time, because it's kind of annoying, especially when Lorelai is a single mom. I guess that's kind of what it is about, but she did have help. I don't know. It's just in The Sims is kind of tedious having the whole toddler thing, because they're very needy, and then the entire Let's Play is just going to be me caring for a toddler. So I'm kind of not excited about that to do that for a really long time. So we're just going to be exploring it really quickly and getting her skills up, and then aging her up to a child and kind of seeing. But I'm really excited for the teen period of her life, because that is also when the most interaction stuff is happening, because it's kind of a pack for teens. So that is what I'm mostly excited about. So this sim you're seeing right now, I'm going to be aging this sim down to a toddler, and then aging her up gradually. So that's going to be what's going to be happening for the Let's Play. So I hope you're excited. I hope you're going to watch whenever I post it. And also, I am extremely close to reaching 1,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed yet, and you want to help me out and want to help me reach 1,000 subscribers, you can subscribe down below, like underneath this video, and that's going to help me a lot. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye!